Despite the lack of knowledge we have on Gotham Knights, plenty of villains have been hinted at or outright shown already. This video will break these villains down into 3 segments. Confirmed villains will be villains we have outright seen. Semi-confirmed will be the villains blatantly hinted at. And possibilities will be characters that seem to be in the game, but it could go either way. The Court of Owls. This group is the most clear confirmation of the game, with each trailer we've gotten showing both owls and talons. They'll be the central antagonist. Mr. Freeze. We first saw Mr. Freeze in the announcement trailer for the game, which was immediately followed up with gameplay footage showing that he has his own storyline in the game. He appears to be a side mission that won't be especially connected to the main story. The Penguin. The Penguin got leaked through his voice actor being found, and soon after he was shown off at DC Fandom 2021. He was seen talking about the Court of Owls, so his role seems to be more important than Freeze's. It's unknown if he'll be a villain we have to take down at all, or if he'll just be a character informant in the story. He was also hinted in the newspaper made for DC Fandom, with a job listing looking for an Iceberg Lounge bartender. Harley Quinn. Harley is hinted at in the DC Fandom newspaper as well. A Dr. Q is looking for participants for a study. Considering how late into the Batman story this game takes place in, it's possible that this is a take on Harley that has either completely reformed or has at least left the Joker, unlike the Arkham iteration, which always appeared to be hopelessly devoted. The Riddler. Also in the newspaper was a complaint letter to the editor from Ingram D. Wade, complaining about the riddle section in the paper. This seems to be a clear reference to the Riddler. Anarchy. Anarchy was first hinted at in the trailer during DC Fandom 2020, when we saw goons in red and white attire. The 2021 Fandom newspaper showed a job listing looking for young rebellious teens with an interest in technology. WB Montreal developed the last game Anarchy was in, so it isn't surprising to see him here. Raj Al Ghul. Raj is first hinted at in one of the first symbols we got before the game was revealed. The symbol looks like the head of a demon, and implies the League of Assassins will be a part of the game. Red Hood's official character bio also mentions him, as it says Jason was forcibly resurrected by one of Batman's greatest foes. An interview also mentioned part of Red Hood's character progression is finding out more about his past, so it's safe to say that Raj and his supporting cast could be in the game. The Falcone family. The Falcone family is featured in lots of Batman media, but is rarely prominent. In the DC Fandom newspaper, there's a job listing for Falcone Enterprises looking for a personal assistant. This could be an Easter egg, or it could hint at their appearance. Catwoman. While not much of a villain, Catwoman has previously been an antagonist for Batman since her first appearance in the comics. The DC Fandom newspaper blatantly hints at her appearance, with a volunteer listing for an animal shelter looking for someone with a particular fondness for cats. The shelter is also named after her initials, Selena Kyle. Since Bruce is dead in this game, it's unlikely she'll be any sort of antagonist, and may end up as an ally, possibly even giving the Knights side quests. Black Mask. In one of the screenshots released for the game, an advertisement for perfume from Janus can be seen in the city. This directly references Black Mask, as it's his family's company. After his mistreatment in the Arkham series, it could finally be time for Black Mask to get some much-wanted attention. Dollmaker. There's a scene in the trailer that shows Red Hood running into a creepy room filled with mannequins. This is more of a reach, but it does appear to be a villain's lair. Hush. In the announcement trailer for Gotham Knights, there's a split second where you see a building named Edward M. Elliott Center. Edward was one of the men responsible for the construction of modern Gotham, and is the great-great-grandfather of Thomas Elliott, Hush. Also, the newspaper reads, "An Elliott Company," under the title, showing that the Elliott family has their hands in the media as well, and will probably have ties to the Court of Owls. Hush will likely pop up somewhere in the game, as there is now more than one reference to him. The Joker. In one of the leaked photos of the McFarlane toys for Gotham Knights, the set Batgirl is standing on is covered in green haze, an obvious trademark of the Joker. Batgirl and Red Hood's bios both reference what Joker previously did to them as well. Whether or not he'll actually appear is up for speculation. Poison Ivy. The Gotham Knights Twitter posted an image of a location in the game, Pamela's Cafe. An ad for this cafe later appears in the DC Fandom newspaper. A lot of fans have made a connection to Ivy, as her real name is Pamela Isley. Though until we know more, this is a loose conclusion, as Poison Ivy has never traditionally owned a diner, and the only connection is the first name. And that's it for this Gotham Knights theory video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more DC content.